When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be mostly cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm this afternoon and a high of 84 to 89. Then partly cloudy and warm tonight, low 67 to 69. Very warm, humid day Friday with a mix of clouds and sunshine. High tomorrow, 86 to 90. Watch for heavy thunderstorms Saturday, which can bring gusty winds, even an isolated tornado. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com. Hires Baxley is also a supporter of Veterans News. Hires Baxley's had generations of families honor them with their trust and confidence. They believe it's because for the last 128 years, their team of caring professionals have established a reputation of serving families with excellence and compassion. Hires Baxley currently partners with the Boy Scouts of America, Troop Number 72, to properly dispose of decommissioned American flags. They're also a drop-off location for the program's Cell Phone for Soldiers, helping to provide minutes that matter and helping heroes' homes. Hires Baxley is located at 910 East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala. You can call them with any questions you may have at 352-629-7171. They can also be found at hires-baxley.com. Bob Wine's Community Garden and Nursery also bring you Veterans News. Bob Wines is located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. When it comes to landscaping, Bob Wines has what you need. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilizer, and so much more. Bob Wines will even deliver, plant, and guarantee their trees. Bob Wines Community Garden and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952. Give them a phone, give them a call at 352-629-5766. And remember, Bob Wines offers 10% discounts to veterans with proper identification. That's right. It's time for Vets Helping Vets. They're in the studio today for Veterans News. Guys, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. And good morning, listeners. I have with me this morning retired U.S. Army Colonel Craig Ham, who is the president of the Veterans Council for Marion County, and he's also in charge of Stuff the Bus. He's got a lot of good news for us, so we're going to let him share shortly. But we do have to get started with some casualties from the law enforcement and the fire service. Starting with the law enforcement, we have Corporal Benjamin Cooper of the Joplin Police Department in Joplin, Missouri. His end of watch was March 8th. He was shot and killed during a disturbance at a shopping center. We have Trooper Tammy Busey of the Massachusetts State Police. Her end of watch was March 3rd. She was killed in a vehicle crash while assisting another driver. Moving on to the fire service, we have engineer driver Larry Harbin of the Lynn Fire Department in Lynn, Alabama. He was a volunteer fireman. His end of watch was March 3rd, and he died after working the scene of a wildfire. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to the families of these law enforcement folks and this firefighter. Tom, can we do Amazing Grace and taps?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I
Guys, back to you.
I just want to say something before the colonel goes on. The organization that he represents meets in the Resource Center, and a lot of veterans have told me they never heard of the Resource Center. So I just want to point out we're on the corner of 25th Avenue and Silver Springs Boulevard, and it's not just the Resource Center that's there with the Veterans Service Office and Veterans Helping Veterans. We have a whole complex of about a 2-block square area, Colonel, where we have a museum. We have a beautiful Veterans Park that runs along Fort King there. If you've not been to the Resource Center and you've not been to the Veterans Park or the museum, you need to check it out because it's definitely your Veterans Park, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. And I'm sure, Colonel, you got some stuff to share with us that's going to be going on.
Thanks, Gary. That's certainly worth noting for our veterans out there. Marion County is a very veteran-friendly county. We have about 40,000 veterans who live in the county. The next meeting of the Marion County Veterans Council is going to be a week from today, March 17th at 10:30. As Gary said, we meet there at the Veterans Service Office complex. And for those of you that know where the main Marion County Library is, if you're standing in the parking lot looking at it, just look off to your left, and that building, the old bowling alley, is now the Marion County Veterans Service Office. So that'll be 10:30 on March 17th. If you belong to a VFW, American Legion, Vietnam Veterans Chapter, any veterans organization is eligible to join the council and send a voting member. If you're not attending now, we'd sure like to have you there. And the meetings are open to any veteran. So if you want to see what it's all about, come see us on the 17th at 10:30. In the Veterans Memorial Park, 2 days later on Saturday, March 19th, we will have our semi-annual memorial service at 10 a.m. This is a service where we read the names of those veterans in the county who have passed since the last memorial. And families will be there. We honor the veterans and their families. And it's also an opportunity, if you have a flag that needs to be retired, please bring it to the Veterans Service Office or bring it that day, and we will give it a proper disposal.
Tommy, you needing to take a break?
Yeah, we need to take a break. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Vet News on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. It says WOCA, the source.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Are you a veteran living in Florida? Do you want to earn while you learn? Call 954-434-8220 or visit our website at nsied.org now. Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants training in farming, ranching, and allied services? Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants help with job placement? Call 954-434-8220. North-South Institute Veteran Training Program is a mix of online and hands-on in-person training designed for you to earn while you learn. Once you register for the program, you'll get a stipend of approximately $300 per month for 3 months. And you can get an additional stipend to offset your travel expenses. You can also get another $75 for referring a veteran who completes the program. If you are a veteran living in Florida, call the North-South Institute Veteran Training Program now, 954-434-8220, or visit our website at nsied.org now.
Hey folks, if you're ready for spring, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens is ready for you with a ton of inflation-fighting specials for you this week. Just take a listen to a few of the hottest deals in this week's full-page ad. Mix or match all the spring annuals you can carry. They're just $2.29, or get a gigantic tray of 18 for just $35.99. Now that's less than $2 each. Bob has gorgeous daylilies, many colors. You get 6 for just $35.99. A huge selection of colorful Gerber daisies, the biggest and best in town, just $6.99. And of course, the blooming beauties that made Bob Wines famous, his sun and shade-loving heirloom camellias, starting at a super low $19.99, and larger sizes are available. New longer store hours, daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3. Do not miss this week's inflation-fighting specials at Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, the same blooming place for 70 years.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
And now let's go back to the guys from Vets Helping Vets. Gary, take it away.
Yeah, Colonel's going to talk a little bit about the 4 chaplains, and it's fitting in this time when we have such a divided nation, it seems, that these 4 chaplains showed the kind of unity, I believe, that we need to come together again as a country and be.
That's right, Gary. 4 chaplains, 4 different faiths were on the USS Dorchester, which was an Army troop transport ship that was sunk in 1943. And the 4 chaplains died while rescuing civilian and military personnel as the ship went down, and they gave up their life jackets so that others might survive. And we will memorialize the 4 chaplains also on Saturday the 19th as a part of that memorial service at the Memorial Park.
In addition to giving up their life jackets, I was reading in the story of them that it was extremely cold that night out in the North Atlantic, and they also gave away their gloves. And if you've ever been a soldier, when it's cold and you don't have them gloves, it's rough. If you're not a soldier and you're out there in that cold weather and you don't have your gloves, it's rough. But that's the kind of spirit they had. So come if you've never. A lot of people have never heard of this either. At an early age, I was able to see it in the Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. And the ship moved, and they were wax figures, but it really left an impression in my heart. So join the group that's doing that great presentation, and I know that you'll be blessed to see it. And of course, the quarterly memorial that goes on every quarter to remember, as the Colonel said, is a good thing to be at also.
Absolutely. Having been stationed in Korea for a couple of years, I know gloves and dry socks you absolutely have to have. I did want to mention Marion County Day on Saturday the 26th of this month from 10 to 2 at the McPherson Complex. The Marion County Veterans Council will be set up there with a display to talk about not only Stuff the Bus, our initiative to provide school supplies for homeless and needy kids, but also our tiny house that we have for a homeless veteran, which, by the way, is going to be located at the Wild Frontier RV Park. Those folks are giving us a slot to park it there because they have better hookups for sewer and water and electric than we had before. And we're delighted to have that there. And we'll also talk about the bus that we bought last year and show off some pictures of the way we've got that thing labeled for parades, for fundraising activities, and for transporting veterans to various activities. We also this month celebrated the 103rd anniversary of the American Legion, and I was honored to go to American Legion Post 284 in Bellevue and present a certificate to a 100-year-old World War II veteran, Alan Baladares.
Wow.
Alan was with the Coastal Artillery, which was an Army outfit that manned big guns on our East Coast and also put out mines. And so we had a double dinger for 103 years for the Legion and 100 years for Allen. And that was an exciting activity. The last thing I want to talk about and give you a heads up, in May, the Veterans Council is going to be conducting an online auction to raise money for our various philanthropic activities. And we're going to have art, sports memorabilia, and other items that have been donated. I know as of right now, we have a Salvador Dali print. We have a couple of Roto Boulanger prints, large format prints. And we have a Michigan Wolverine print signed by Bo Schembechler and Don Canham, both of whom are no longer with us. And if you're a Michigan football fan, we have one framed and one unframed copy of that print. So also, if you have anything you'd like to donate to the council for that auction, some art that maybe doesn't fit in your house or you'd like to recycle, please give me a call, 352-843-2357. And that's for any information about the Marion County Veterans Council, 352-843-2357.
Can you tell us again where the council meets and the date and time?
Yeah, next meeting of the council is a week from today, Thursday, March 17th at 10:30, the Veterans Service Office.
And you know, just before I give you the a little bit of info about veterans, helping veterans, these service organizations are very important to us, and we encourage you to join them because that's how we get all these benefits and stuff. Because they got pull in Congress, so if you're not a member, do so.
Somebody has pull in Congress.
Oh yeah. The VFW
with the smart people
Legion.
in Congress.
That's right. And that's the
ones,
only way we get
the ones
noticed.
who listen.
So about 14 people.
Yeah. How much time we got, Tom? I know
got about
you said,
7.5 minutes.
Oh, 7. Well, we're good then. Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Then we can go ahead and talk about what's going on a little bit at Veterans Helping Veterans. We're located at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard in beautiful Ocala, and I encourage you to come to visit. Not only do we have Veterans Helping Veterans, but we have insurance companies. We have the VA comes there for jobs. The VA comes there for homeless folks. We have a mortgage company located there. We have Career Source located there. It's literally a one-stop. And, of course, the Veterans Service Office is in that building, and they have, I think, 5 or 6 veteran service officers available. You can come in and make an appointment. You can get your DD-214s ordered. If you needed a copy of your medals, a copy of other paperwork, information about the cemetery, anything government related in that area except medical, we have it right there. And again, myself and the Colonel talked a little bit earlier about there being a literal complex there with the museum, the park office. If you haven't been there, come on a nice day, spend some time with us. And every time we have a special occasion, like a holiday or 4th of July, we get some big goings on there, don't we, Colonel? We
Absolutely.
get the bands, we get flyovers. It's a great place to be and to bring your family. And now that things are calming down, I don't want to use the word normal, but getting back towards what would be considered normal. It is a great thing to bring your family to these events and to see this wonderful community, how it's come together for the veterans and built these things. There's even something that's being worked on now. We had it up for a while, the Vietnam Wall with the ceramic engravings.
Right.
But we're having a little issue with them because the sun faded them, but Jeffrey's hard working on them to try to get them back.
If you come to that memorial park, and I I've not served in the military or anything, but with my degrees in history and all, it still means something to me. But if you can get lost for 2 or 3 hours in that Memorial
easily.
Park.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
reading the stuff and just thinking about what's going on there and the memoriams that are given and everything. It's an easy, good 2.5 hour, 3 hour loss of just with you and your own thoughts if you do it by yourself. You can bring your family and everything, but it's really, just as an individual, it really is breathtaking. And we have it right here in Marion County. It's not something that you got to go to Washington, D.C. on the national lawn or anything. It's right here. You got Veteran Services, you got the museum, you got the Veterans Park, and the library's in the way, in the middle of all of that.
Hey, Tom, if you have kids that you want them to understand service,
it's invaluable.
Bring them to that information center in the museum, because we have displays in there of items that you won't see anywhere else. And it recognizes all of the different conflicts and all of the services. I know one of my uniforms is on display down there. I wish I could still fit into it. But
don't we all wish we could fit into what we wore in our 20s, 30s, and 40s?
That's the way it is. I did want to mention, every month, hundreds of veterans move to Florida, and many of them settle here in Marion County. If you were a member of a VFW post or the American Legion, or officers, if you were part of MOAA or you're a national member, seek out your local chapter here and get involved, because we do a lot in this county, and there's a lot that we can do for you. Again, if you have a question, give me a call, 352-843-2357, and I'll be glad to get you, whether you live in Bellevue or Ocala or Fort McCoy, we can fix you up. There's somebody there.
Gary, is the veterans, the location where Vets Helping Vets is and everything, is that a drop-off location where I could drop off if I wanted to food items, blankets, coats, stuff like that?
You sure could. And our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4. And on Friday, we're open from 8 until 1. And, speaking of warm socks and gloves, we don't need gloves so much right now because hopefully it's going to get warmer. Except for
this weekend's fixing to be brutal cold, but then it'll get warmer.
But socks, white socks especially, because a lot of people come in and take showers, and then we have to give them socks afterwards so they can have clean socks. And a lot of folks, especially homeless folks, have trouble with their feet. So the white socks are much better for them to keep infections and that kind of stuff down to a minimum. And also new underwear, anywhere from small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, male and female. I don't really know the size range for female underwear, so I won't go there. But, in the common sizes, if you're a woman veteran, you know what they would be. We could use them also, because as people take showers, and it's increasing in the amount of showers people take. So I don't know whether there's going to be that's an uptick in homeless indication or what, but we could use those kind of things, and we can always use monetary donations.
Do you make
also
Hank
now.
shower on a regular basis?
Yeah, Hank's a pretty clean cut.
We got to
guy,
make
actually,
him. We got to make him shower
Yeah,
regularly.
he even shaves.
Well, we keep him down that end of the building, kind of
downwind.
away from the public.
Downwind.
Yeah.
And if Joe had an office there, he'd be farther downwind. So.
Well, if Joe had an office there, you'd be there too, because we'd be broadcasting from it, I guess, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, Joe, thank goodness Joe doesn't have an office anymore.
Well, we love you, Joe, wherever you are, and I hope you're listening.
Joe, please, I miss you. Come back, believe me.
Well, as we are winding down, I just want to say thank our sponsors again. I love and appreciate them both, although I'd rather spend more time at Bob Wines than I would Hires Baxley. Yeah. But, Hires Baxley is definitely there when you need him.
Better to be seen than viewed.
That's right.
That's a one-stop shop there.
Yeah. The last stop.
Yeah. The last stop.
Last stop.
Well, Bushnell is probably the last stop, but you can get information there from the Veteran Service Office, too. Well, we're running out of time. I just want to thank everybody for listening. And for Hank Whittier, I just want to say, God bless America.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, Tom.
God bless Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Russia throws its weight around at the U.S.-Iran nuclear deal that could cancel the entire deal. A last-minute Russian demand threatens to scrub negotiations as the United States appears unwilling to engage with Russia on the matter. Just as the final issues were being resolved, Russia presented a new obstacle by demanding written guarantees from the United States that Western sanctions targeting Moscow over its invasion of Ukraine would not affect its trade with Iran. United Airlines is allowing workers who refused a COVID vaccine to return. Those who are exempt due to religious or medical reasons can't come off paid leave at the end of the month. United was the first major airline with a vaccine mandate, firing about 200 employees who refused to put it in their bodies. New hires must still be protected at United Airlines. For those of us still playing the daylight savings game, we're going to lose an hour this weekend as daylight savings time kicks in. USA Radio News.
Hi, it's Rick. I'm at the Smith home. Where's Donnie?
Leaves and autumn bookings pile up for Rick's gutter cleaning service.
He's out? Come on.
He needs help before his bottom line gets clogged.
Okay, well, what about Cristiano? We still got 6 houses today.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, and I want to tell you that arthritis is not a genetic thing. It's not a disease of aging. Neither is osteoporosis. Get a hold of my book. It's all in your head. It goes into the 25 different diseases you get when you have osteoporosis of the skull. These are all reversible. You take the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, the MSM, vitamin D3, stay away from all the bad foods, including gluten, and guess what? You'll regrow all your bones, including your skull and your legs and your hips and everything else. Contact us at usaradiohealth.com. That's usaradiohealth.com.
Talking about relief factor.
On Saturday, March 19th, the University Air Center will host the Gator Fly-In and Armed Services Appreciation Day. All branches of the military are invited, alongside civilian and law enforcement pilots, to display their aircraft. Vote for the best civilian aircraft and People's Choice Aircraft Contest. Admission and parking are free. There will be helicopter and airplane rides, food trucks, and live music for all to enjoy. Again, that's March 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the University Air Center, where you can fly easy from Gainesville nonstop to Atlanta on Delta Airlines, Charlotte, Dallas, and Miami on American Airlines. Enjoy the fly-in, and remember, you can easily fly in and out to 343 destinations around the world in one stop on American and Delta Airlines. Enjoy the Gator Fly-In, and remember to fly easy, fly Gainesville.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Are you suffering from neck, back, or leg pain? Go Green CBD Store can help you with holistic, all-natural, lab-tested products that help with pain, stress, anxiety, inflammation, PTSD, and so much more. We stock smokable products, gummies, chocolate, coffee, tea, even pain cream. Yes, we even have treats and oils for your dogs or cats. Go Green CBD is located in the Paddock Mall in the center court. We're open every day. Come in today for a free sample.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
The
Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses. From its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop, Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Do you know it's time to grow? And the place to get your grow on is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Now listen up for a sample of this week's absolute best inflation-fighting deals at Bob Wine's. First up, of course, Bob's famous dwarf, ever-blooming red ruffle azaleas. 2 years ago, they sold for $3.99. Last year, they sold for $3.99. And this year, they're still super low-priced at $3.99. Bob just got some truly gorgeous periwinkle, just $5.99. And check out the fabulous gardenias, get 2 for $12. Their most popular quality red mulch, 3 bags, $12. And get a huge bag of Bob's famous pine straw, just $5.99. It won't blow away, it won't float away. Check out all the specials at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, then get ready to get your grow on. Bob's on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, and the same blooming location since 1952.
The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant, a true New York-style diner in Ocala. Try a breakfast special of 2 eggs served with home fries or hash browns and toast for just $4.49. We have an all-you-can-eat catfish special daily for $14.99, and Thursday through Sunday we have prime rib. Happy hour for food starts at 2 p.m. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant is located at 5400 Southwest College Road in the Heathbrook Commons Plaza. Open daily